Welcome to Sunday evening Vespers. I was blessed with a number of spiritual giants as I was a student at Eastern Nazarene College back in the late 1960s, early 1970s. There were a number of professors there that lived the faith and loved their students. There were also some folks who worked in administrative roles, in doing secretarial work and administrative work, kind of things like that. And one of them was a senior by the name of Miss James. Miss James was just one of those wonderful, wonderful folks that loved people. And she would look for the kids in the shadows, the quiet kids on campus, the ones who she felt like just needed some extra love, and she saw me and a couple of my friends one day and said, "How would you like to come over to my house for Sunday dinner this Sunday?" Actually, it was a little apartment she lived in off campus, and so we showed up there, and she had this wonderful meal for us, and just loved on us, just to let us know that she cared about us and asked us about how school was going and all those kind of things, and a friendship was born there. And I wrote a piece about her a while back, a few years ago. It was decades after I graduated. We were back for I think I was back on that occasion for a trustee board meeting. I was a member of the board of trustees at Eastern Nazarene College at that point. And I was there over the weekend and went to church Sunday morning. Miss James, she loved to sing, and she sang in the church choir, the college church choir, when I was a student. And sure enough, decades later, well into her senior years, I saw that smile emanating from the middle of the choir on a Sunday morning, and that prompted me to write this piece. It is unknown to me how long she had been singing before I arrived on campus half a century ago. She was already a member of the silver-haired generation when we first met. Immediately upon our introduction, I recognized her as a member of the college church sanctuary choir. She had caught my attention there because of her wonderfully warm smile and the beaming glow of joy on her countenance. Indeed, she was a lady filled with the fruit of God's grace. Decades later, I had the honor of participating in worship again at college church. When the sanctuary choir began to sing, something caught my eye. There in the first row, unassuming yet glowing as before, was the singer. And although at 87 years of age, she was shorter in stature, she towered even taller in spirit with a joy of amazing grace. I stared at her. I could not help it. What a story of faithfulness and consistency. What a great example of what God will do with a yielded life. What an inspiration for me to stay close to the one who gives the song. Psalm 89 verse 1 says, "I will sing of your steadfast love, O Lord, forever. With my mouth I will proclaim your faithfulness to all generations." Thank you, Miss James, for being the singer. Heavenly Father, help us all to be singers of your grace. Help us not to be bashful or ashamed, but to sing out in praise to the one who created us, to you, Lord, who created all things, to you who sent your Son, our Savior Jesus, for our salvation. May our life be a song of praise to you. We ask it in your holy name. Amen. God bless. See you next week.